wondered what it'd be like to work in a fast-paced setting in television, radio, print, or online? Let's go meet the person who brings the news and more to you, the journalist. Hi.
Hi.
I'm Viviana.
I'm Bob. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So this is where you work?
Yeah, this is it.
Show me around.
Absolutely.
Great.
Yeah. My name is Bob Hall, and I'm a journalist here in Nelson, British Columbia. A journalist is somebody who gathers information, edits it, puts it in a concise manner, and then shares it with the world. They'll come into work and there'll be an email from somebody telling you of something that's happened. You'll do an interview, then you have the tape to go through, so you'll transcribe your notes off of the tape and onto your screen, and then you get to work piecing it all together. So when we come in the morning, every day, this is what we have, a blank slate. But by the end of the day, or the end of 2 days, what you end up with is the finished product. Writing is obviously at the core of journalism. You need to be able to write well, to communicate well, to get information.
So how did you get into this job then?
I actually started in television. I went to college and got a 2-year diploma in television, and then worked in television for a little bit, and then went back to university, got a Bachelor of Arts, and got back into print media. So yeah.
Just couldn't get away from it.
I couldn't get away from it, yeah. You need to be social because you need to put people at ease that you're interviewing. If you're a social person and you like people, then you're halfway there. You can go in with having set hours, but you just never know what the day is going to provide, and you never know when it's going to happen. So you have to be adaptable. You have to be able to have your schedule open for when a certain event is happening or when a certain sporting event is happening. Yeah, flexibility is definitely the key. You start the day thinking it's probably going to be a 10-hour day, and if it's not, then that's fantastic. There's a lot of overtime. I mean, you can't think of it as overtime because, you know, it's just a love for it. Journalism is a great way to start and a career, and if you want to stick with it, it's fantastic because it's different every day and you're learning every day. But if you have those core tools and those core skills to communicate, then you're on your way to many other opportunities as well. You can move up to be an editor of a small newspaper, or you can move on to be a reporter at a bigger newspaper. There's copy editors, there's photographers.
So you don't have to be the fastest typer in the world, but it definitely does help.
Yeah, I think, you know, when you get back, you know, we'll have our tape recorders and we'll have to transcribe the notes. So the faster you can type, the better you'll get through the story. Once the reporter files their story, the next step would be going to the editor. And the editor is there to make sure that the facts are correct, to put up any red flags that may occur, to make sure that the grammar is proper, to give it that second set of eyes. After the story is filed, it goes through a couple more sets of eyes. The best way to get into journalism would be going to college or university to take a degree or diploma in journalism. There's other opportunities to get involved in your community newspapers and student newspapers and that type of thing, but really having that passion is the most important thing. One of the best parts about being a journalist is that twice a week, in my case, we create a product, and that product is the newspaper that is delivered to the people's doors. I mean, it starts every morning when we come to work, and we start with a blank computer screen. There's nothing on there. And from that moment, we build that newspaper piece by piece like a puzzle. And at the end of the day, when we send that newspaper off to the press, it's finally complete.
Thanks for letting me shadow you around today, Bob.
Yeah, thank you.
Once again, this is Career Trek, and I'm Viviana reminding you that this career could be yours. We'll see you next time.